Welcome to video 2 on using the percent equation, and we spent the first part of our first video lesson on finding the part and the percent using the percent equation, and now we're going to find the whole. So a reminder, our percent equation, A equals PW. Our part is equal to the percent written as a decimal times our whole. So 75 is 50% of what number? So 75 is, that's our part. Okay? 75 is 50% written as a decimal, 0.5 or 0.5, so you don't mess it up, of what number? And so that's going to be our variable, and I'm going to use a W. Once again, all we have to do is divide by 0.5, both sides. Dividing by 0.5, our whole number is 150. Well, that makes sense. 75 is 50% of 150. 75 is half of 150. Makes sense. Moving on. What number is 3% of 9? I'm telling you this is a no good. Scratch it. After I did it, I don't like it. It's not what I want because this doesn't tell me the of. This one tells me what number. It's asking for the part. So get rid of that one and let's write this one. So just put a line through that, number 6, and then rewrite this one. 51 is 102% of what number? So I'll give you a second to write that down. 51 is, there's plenty of room there. 51 is 102% of what number? We're doing this one. All right, so now that you have that written down, we remind ourselves that our percent equation, our part is equal to our percent times our whole, A equals PW, alphabetical order. And then we say 51 is, so I'm going to put 51 is 102%, written as a decimal. How do I write that as a decimal? Oh, 1.02 times our number that we need to find out, our whole. So we divide by 1.02, dividing by 1.02, and when we divide by 1.02, we get that W is equal to 50. So 51 is 102% of 50. Pretty easy stuff. Okay? Pretty easy stuff. Some people prefer the equation to the proportion. Some people prefer the proportion to the equation. But now we've used them both, and we've found all three types. Let's get to a couple real application problems that we will use the percent equation on. This one, it says, you take a test with 32 questions on it. You answer 24 questions correctly. What percent of the questions do you answer correctly? So there's 32 questions on the test, 24 correctly. So we're saying 24 is what percent of 32? That's how we say that. So 24 is what percent of 32? So I divide by 32, divide by 32, and 24 divided by 32, our percent, that comes out to 0.75, and so that's 75%. Okay, so 24 divided by 32 is 0.75, and that gives us 75%. Okay, moving on. Your class is going on a field trip. 24 students have turned in their permission slips so far. This is 80% of the students in the class. How many students are in the class? All right. Well, it's telling us that 24 students is 80% of the students in the class. Yeah. A equals PW. So 24 is 80% of the students in the class. Divide by 0.8. And 24 divided by 0.8 is 30. There are 30 students in the class. Perfect. And I'm telling you, this stuff can't get any easier. You guys rock, and the more you pay attention, the more you listen, the more effort you give, the better your attitude is towards what we are doing, you will find that this stuff gets dang darn easy. All right? So, our quick write 2, because we just finished, is during a given month, there was a total of 23.6 inches of rain. This was 250% of the average rainfall for that month. What is the average rainfall for the month? I want you to use the percent equation. Please use the percent equation. I know you can pull out the proportion and do this. I'm asking you to use the equation to get a practice in it. And then we can use the proportion to prove it if we want to. And so our part is equal to the percent times the whole. You figure out where the 23.6 goes and where the 250% goes, and then do the math and find out. Of course, please write down any questions that you have regarding the percent equation. Come to class tomorrow with questions. Begin working on your assignment when you're done with your quick write. I'd take a quick break after my quick write, get a tasty candy treat, get a small drink of hot chocolate or something, and then get busy finishing off those 45 minutes using aggressiveness and urgency. And I'm pretty sure that with what we've been doing, these videos being only less than 10 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes long, you're able to get a lot done. Especially you're using a calculator, you're writing down all the stuff, you're able to get some done, and you're able to come to class with some questions. And you're able to say, Mr. Ross, how do we find the answer on this one? Outstanding. Help us out. Work hard. Do your best. Ross and roll. You're awesome. Don't forget it, especially when you're choosing to do your best. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you.